You could tell that it really hurt her to walk out that house. She really didn't. I think sometimes people say stuff and they don't really mean it. They think it. So it's powerful. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, people? Anybody out there? Ali Ali Oxen Free. Oh, I should have put in the hashtag Happy Father's Day. Anybody out there? Hey, Ebony. Hey, boo. Hey, did you get my message that I left on your video, your review, your Chasing Atlanta review? Hey, Regina, how you doing? I told you to do. I told you could go ahead and drop that link in my comments for my review. So if anybody wanted to check out your review, we could, do it that way. If anybody wanted to check yours out, hey, Miss Hogg, I looked at it this morning when I was getting dressed. Yep. What you guys doing? Did you guys did you guys do anything for Father's Day? I don't know. I think Regina, was that you yesterday when we were logging off? I saw it as I was logging off when you were saying that this is a hard day for you. Was that you, Regina? I can't remember if that was you or not. And if it is, then I'm send my prayers of comfort to you, babe. I have a few friends this year who lost dads, and I have to be mindful of that. You switch phones, you got a new phone, what you get? Hey, Mimi, how you doing? Come on in. Yeah, so I don't know what anybody do anything special for Father's Day. Y'all got any special men in your life? Your children's dad, husbands, boyfriends, uncles, daddies, god daddies? Anybody? Y'all, I think something's wrong with my air conditioning, and I'm not excited about the prospect at all. Because all I see is dollar signs. All I see is signs. All I see is dollar signs. Mm, 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 mm. I'm not happy at all. I just got I thought I needed hey, is it Duran? If I'm saying it wrong, I apologize. How you doing? How you doing? The season premiere clause was last Sunday. Remember yesterday I was talking about, I knew it was another show I was forgetting that I review, and it's clause. The season review was last week. You can check out my review. I posted it. But yeah, season 2 comes on. I mean, episode 2 comes on tonight. But you can catch up. You basically the episode was basically them just getting you caught up on what happened in the off season, and we get introduced to who the villains are going to be for this season. They always have their the girls always have a villain for the season. Last season it was the Russians and the Haitians, and then the season before that it was her Uncle Daddy and that whole struggle. So now we have you remember the husband that got killed at the end. You review clause 2? Okay. Then Oh, okay. Then I'm talking. Duh. Yeah. I'll check out your review too. I'll check out your review. I like looking at after I do. Hold on, let me turn on this light. After I do my review, then I will go and look at other people's reviews. But I don't like looking at people's reviews until I do mine because I don't want to be biased or something like that. And sometimes I look at other people's reviews and be like, dang, I forgot to say that, or dang, I wish I had said that. But it's authentic in the moment. You know what I'm saying? You can't get. I mean, if you could tell every daggone thing, you know. But I try to get it all in. But yeah, I thought it was a pretty good season premiere. And again, like I said, we were introduced to who the villains are going to be for this season. And there's a couple of twists in there. It's a couple of, hidden villains that people don't necessarily see coming. Because I ain't see the boyfriend coming. I forget his name, but I know who I'm talking about. I ain't see him coming because he seemed like he had been so cool all these, last season and the season before that. And then all of a sudden he was like, oh nah, I ain't like how Desna did you, Uncle Daddy. And I was like, what? I wasn't expecting that. Evan, you got the iPhone Plus. I just did that too. I just upgraded my phone. Is that what this is? Whatever this is, shit. I just upgraded my phone a couple of months ago because it got to the point where my phone, like it would only charge on Apple products, and the internet was wanky. Sometimes it would connect, sometimes it wouldn't. Like sometimes I'd be the only person in the room that couldn't get internet. And I was like, well, what the hell? So what was explained to me was my phone was so old that even with the updates, it couldn't really fully update the system to be able to do everything on the new operating system. I don't understand how. I mean, I understood what they were saying, but I was like, okay, because honey, I had the 5S, okay, and I'd had that phone for a good 5 years, and it might have been longer than that. But my thing was, it still ring, I can still text, I can still take pictures. But when it got to the point where it wouldn't charge, like it would only charge on Apple products, it wouldn't charge on anything else, and stuff like that. I was like, all right, it was like little things it was giving me problems with, and I was like, all right, let me just go on and upgrade. So I finally went, maybe back in like March, I got this phone. So thank you, I said it right. Thank you much. Yes. My family all went to cemetery after church this morning. The son and I went to see Dark Phoenix. Okay. All right. Well, I'm sorry that you had went to the cemetery. I'm sorry for your loss. Sorry for that. Is it husband? Well, I'm sorry. I should not cry. I should not cry. But I'm glad that you were able to have a good day with the son. I haven't seen Dark Phoenix yet. I've heard some really bad things about it. However, I love the X-Men. So probably one day this week, since I have some extra time this week, since you know I'm pretty much be done with work by Wednesday. I might take myself to the movies Wednesday or Thursday, get up and go to the early show where it's cheap, and maybe take myself to breakfast. I like down where I go to the movie theater. It's two different theaters it's really three theaters that are near me, but the one that I like to go to that has like the reclining seats and all of that is right up the street from a Cracker Barrel. And I love Cracker Barrel. So I might take myself to the movies and then take myself to lunch. Like if I go to the first movie, like a 10 o'clock show, then after the movie's over, I might go to Cracker Barrel, get me some pancakes. I love me some Cracker Barrel, honey. I feel like Claus always have a mind. Yeah, the Claus, there's always some sort of villain. And I'm cool with that. You know what I mean? I'm cool with, because what I hate with shows is feeling like you go through all of this to eliminate a villain or to defeat a villain, and then everything you did was in vain because they had some secret weapon shit that you didn't know about. You know what I mean? Give me somebody new for them to fight. Give me somebody new for Desmond. And the other thing I like about Claus is that every season they're progressing. Like they're not staying in the same place. Like Desmond ain't still living in the same rundown house with the mold and driving the same old Lexus. You know what I'm saying? Like there's progression. And I mean, even though the way she got it was so, she got Roller's house because the Russian gave it to her. Like I get it, but I like the fact that there's progression. And even in Desna's personality, like that first season, she was helpless. She believed everything that the Uncle Daddy told her, that Roller, and then it's like you see her growing. You see her growing, and you see her dealing with when something happens, like, oh, okay, all right. I just think it's real the way it's handled, because that's the reality, especially if you in that life, you just got to deal with shit that come in that life. So that's what I like about Claus, because I just feel like you getting some progression. They're not staying stagnant. You're not seeing the same season over and over again. Ebony, watch. I think you would like Claus. I think you too. I do review Queen Sugar. Durant, I do, and when I tell you, Hunty, Queen Sugar, so good. This season is gonna be, well. First of all, they've never disappointed me. Never disappointed me. But this season look like it's gonna be so good, because you know what I love? I love storylines where you don't see how somebody's gonna come back from it, and then you see how people move and they end up coming back. Nova has done what she's done is such a deep betrayal. I'm sitting here at the beginning of the season saying, how in the world is she going to come back from this? And it'll be very interesting to see how we get to the end of the season and see where we are in that forgiveness, in that process. Y'all know what I'm saying? What I love though is, because I read the book Queen. Has anybody read the book Queen Sugar? I read the book Queen Sugar. And what I like that they did, if you read the book Queen Sugar, Ralph Angel has no redeeming qualities. There's no way back for him in the book. There's no way back for him in the book. But in the TV show, they gave him redemption. And even if you go back to the beginning of the show, that very first episode, the first thing we see is him robbing a damn bank. Not a bank. Robbing a little corner store with his son across the street in the playground. And so when I looked at the first episode of Queen Sugar, I said, well, here we go. They making Ralph Angel who he was in the book. You know what I mean? But again, they show that growth and that progression. I love it. I love it. Yeah, so you read the book. Yeah, Ralph Angel in the book. I mean, there is nothing. And about the first half of the book, I was rooting for him, right? But at a certain point in the book, I was like, okay, there's nothing here. I can't do anything for this boy. You know what I'm saying? It's like there's nothing I can do for him. Right. I mean, what Nova did, again, I don't know how we come back from it, but what I do have faith in is the writers and the directors of Queen Sugar, that they're going to write that story, and the directors are going to bring the performances out, that by the end of the season, I just want to see where we are at the end of the season. Like, I just want to see where we are. You know what I mean? Because where I sit right now, I'm like, Nova, hell no, no, hell no. You know what I mean? But I just know that I know that those writers are gonna take us on a roller coaster. They're gonna take us somewhere. I know they are. I just know they are. All right, I'm behind on the comments. Hold on. I don't know how I got behind on the comments, but I am. Hold on. Your father, I'm sorry, Regina. I definitely am sorry. And again, I know that today can be a hard day, just like Mother's Day can be hard for people. And so I try to extend that other side. I put that on my Facebook. I put on my Facebook today and Mother's Day, like, look, reach out to your friends who have lost, because this isn't all holidays aren't happy for everybody. And we have to remember that. We have to remember that there are some people who deal with situations on the holidays they're just not always happy. So we have to kind of come out of ourselves a little bit. What's up, Bobo? I'm 5 episodes in. It seems dry so far. What you talking about? Oh, Jessica Jones. I couldn't get into Jessica Jones. I couldn't. I tried to watch it. I fell asleep on it. I tried to watch it again. I couldn't, and I just couldn't get into Jessica Jones. I do want to look at what's it, Gods and Goddesses? Is that what it's called? Gods and God? Y'all know what I'm talking about. And I do want to get into Black Mirror. Y'all keep telling me to watch it. I'm going to watch it. I can't promise you what day that's going to happen, but I'm going to watch it. It is on my list. It'll be what I watch this summer while I'm binging and catching up on all these shows y'all tell me I need to be watching that I don't watch. Life After Lockup. You asked me about Life After Lockup. I do not review it. I actually didn't watch it. I ended up watching it by accident. I went over to my cousin's house and we were talking, but it was on in the background. And, at a certain point, I was like, what in the... Okay. And I ended up watching like 3 episodes at her house. So I think I'm going to watch it. I'm not sure about reviewing it yet. I might. Right now, my plate is sort of full. My plate, I was talking about that yesterday. Sorry, y'all. Thirsty. My plate is sort of full, especially Sunday through Tuesday. I had back-to-back shows, and I'm not even sure when Life After Lockup comes on. I've seen the commercials for it. I added to my DVR, so I'll see. Right now, the answer is probably I'll have to wait and see. That's the best answer I can give right now. Let me see. Yeah, I like Claws. I would recommend Claws. I definitely would recommend Claws. You did a review on the book. You know what? I've never done book reviews. I'm gonna have to check you out. Duran. I'm gonna have to check it out. I'm gonna have to check you out. You sound like you like to read like I like to read, because that's the other thing I need to catch up on this summer. I have a list of books that I want to read this summer. The good thing is I'm going on vacation in a couple of weeks. I'm going to be gone for a week. I'm going to be at the beach. And honey, that is all I plan to do. All I plan to do. All I plan to do, let me say it one more time. All I plan to do is sit either at the beach or by the pool with a cocktail and my Kindle and or book. The only reason why I say Kindle is because I don't want to have to carry a bunch of books with me because I actually prefer books. I actually prefer to turn a page. But for the purposes of traveling, I'm going to load my Kindle down with like 10 books. And I plan to just read or audiobook. I do like listening to a book. The other thing I need to do is the person who wrote Queen Sugar, the author of Queen Sugar, I need to go back and read some of her other books because I liked the book. I was, like I said, Rob Angel just didn't have any redeeming qualities, but even that, it was well written because you weren't supposed to like him. You know what I mean? But it was well written, and the character of Vi is a lot different. I mean, it's a lot of stuff that's different, but that's the main thing to me that's different. But that's what they had to do to bring the show, to bring it as a TV show. You had to, I felt like you had to give him some redeeming quality because if not, there's nowhere to grow. There's nothing. There's nothing for you to hope for. You know, I mean, Ralph Angel hasn't always been perfect. You know, you can go back to first, season one and even into season two. He ain't always make the best decisions. But definitely a lot better than in the book. Yeah, read the book, Ebony. I definitely recommend it. Deron, have you read Americana? That was a good book too, and I need to go back and I want to go back and read some of the books by that author as well. It was a really good book, and especially when you want to, if you guys look at Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, with Spice talking about the skin bleaching and how in Caribbean countries and in Africa it's not uncommon for women to bleach their skin. That's talked about. It's not a major theme of the book, but it's talked about in the book about people in women in Africa wearing the wigs and just trying to make themselves more European. It's very interesting. It's not a main theme of the book, but it's in there. They talk about it. They do talk about it. Hold on, let me see. Let me get caught up. Yeah, Nova was way out of order. Way, way, way out of order. You tell your story. You don't tell everybody else's damn story. You tell your story. Krypton, I said I was gonna watch it just to catch a couple of episodes and see what it's about. I haven't looked at it yet though, but I did say okay, you're gonna review Queen Sugar, Southern Charm, New Orleans, Krypton, Claws, Bridezillas, and Love After Lockout. Love After Lockup. Okay, I'm gonna catch your reviews because I'll definitely catch your reviews. Um, Everything except for Bridezilla. Yeah, they brought Bridezilla back, Ebony. It went away and now it's back. Um, Everything except for Bridezillas because I just feel like Bridezillas is one of those shows that I feel like it started off sort of authentic, but now everybody is trying to outdo the last Bridezilla and be even more of a Bridezilla. Like that's how I feel. I feel like everybody's trying to be so extra. Okay, Love After Lockout. Okay, so I can put it in I can catch up on this episode. I don't remember. I don't know none of their names, but the storyline that had me interested was the guy who had the wife, but then also had the girlfriend, and he got violated because he was late picking her up from the airport, the girlfriend up from the airport, and the wife didn't know he got violated and didn't know who he was with. That's the storyline I'm interested in. I said that is a mess. You got violated because you was picking your girlfriend up from the airport and they got lost. They put the wrong address in the man. A mess. A mess. Yeah. Remy in the book is a good guy, and also Remy in the book is white. Honey, Ebony, I can't wait. Honey, I can't wait. And it's not where I wanted to go because we were supposed to be going to St. Croix, and that kind of fell through. But I don't care. It's water. It's a beach. It's a pool. It's a relaxation. So it is what it is. Yeah, Nova doesn't. And that's what I'm saying. Like, if you put all your business in there, you talk about sleeping with the cop and selling weed, and did you put all your business in the book too? She probably did, though. I'm gonna have to check it out, Duran. Is that who that was? Michael, Sarah, Megan, Sarah, and Michael. Yeah, okay, that's them. That fool. I mean, and again, I felt bad for him because he was really only like 10 minutes late and they violated him. And I was like, okay, I get it that he was late, but it wasn't like he was 2 hours late. He literally was like a few minutes late and they violated him and sent his ass back to jail. I said, damn, you can't win for losing sometime. What if it was an accident on the highway? I mean, in his case, it wasn't. But what if it was? I was like, damn. But yeah, so we got Claws. Queen Sugar was, and the season premiere was definitely great. Now, they said Remy was away. Do y'all think that I want to call him Terrence, but that's not his name. That's his name from the Cosby Show. The guy that plays Remy, you think he left the show? Do you think they're writing Remy's character off the show? Because he wasn't in the season premiere and they did one of the most bullshit ass, oh, he's down in Texas doing something, something, something. So I'm wondering if he's left the show. Yeah, he was sexy, but he was also a married cop and she was selling weed. Like, Nova be doing a lot. And then, did you talk about your bisexuality? Did you talk about, like, have you told all of your business the same way you telling your family business? Yeah, Apollo got violated. And we talked about that a little bit yesterday. And again, I'm just on the fence with stuff. I'm on the fence with it because I feel like our criminal justice system is set up for people to fail. I really truly feel that way. But then I also feel like you make it easy for them. You know what I mean? I feel like sometimes we make it easy for them. So it's kind of a six in one hand, half a dozen in the other kind of situation because it's like, well, I feel like you being 10 minutes late to check in with your parole officer, I don't think is serious enough for you to be violated. Apollo allegedly had a cell phone he wasn't supposed to have and was on social media and wasn't supposed to be on social media. That's a little bit more. It's a stupid to me. Those are dumb rules, but if those were the rules and those rules were explained to you before you left, you knew what they were. So I'm kind of on the fence about it. You know what I'm saying? Because I just feel like he ain't commit a crime. You know what I mean? Like I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I need me, Regina. When you find you a Hollywood, ask him if he got a brother, because that's what I need in my life too. Let me tell you something. I I ain't been a fool for love in a long time, but I'd be a fool for a Hollywood. Bring me one. Bring me, honey. Bring me a Hollywood, okay? Ugh, mm, that man love him some Vi. You hear me? My only concern about him is that he did want children, and that just ain't gonna happen with Vi. And that was what his mother's concern was. But if he has resolved himself to that, if you like it, I love it. Yeah, I think Remy. I'm wondering. I'm thinking Remy's character may have left the show too, which I would hate for a couple of reasons. One, because he was so instrumental in the book, and he really was instrumental in helping Charlie in the beginning. But then I didn't like that whole thing last season with him, Nova, and Charlie. I didn't like that storyline. I didn't like what they did with that. It just seemed out of character for all involved. It just seemed out of character that Remy would go there, and it just I didn't like it. So yeah, I'm wondering he may have left the show. I know that's right, Durant. Durant said he needed Charlie in his life, and let me tell you something. Ain't nothing wrong with a Charlie either. Charlie's only problem is, and I think she's learning that with this guy she's dating now. Charlie's only problem is she's gonna have to learn how to just relax and just enjoy it. Just enjoy the moment. Everything don't have to be a plan. But it seems like that's sort of where she is now. Y'all, I really feel like something's wrong with my air conditioner, and it is really, really making me nervous. It's really making me nervous. Remember a couple of weeks back, I told y'all that I needed some Freon, and so I got Freon. Was working fine. Air conditioner was working, but I haven't had my air conditioner. I haven't had my air conditioning on for like maybe a week and a half because it ain't been hot. So today it was over 90 degrees. When I came home, the air conditioner had come on, but it just feels like my house ain't getting cool. And I keep looking over there because that's where the vent is for the air conditioner. I feel like my house is not getting cool. Like I'm sitting here and I'm hot and I'm nervous. Because ain't nobody trying to buy. Ain't nobody trying to do no whole lot. To fix their air conditioner. Whew. Then Nova tried to get with her sister. Yeah, see, I don't like that. It's 57 degrees in Chicago. What the? That's the end of the world. 57 degrees. And see, it hasn't been that hot here. And that's why my air conditioner hasn't been on. Because I told y'all before, I got this cross breeze thing working. With that ceiling fan on and my window open, if it's not over 90 degrees, I'm comfortable. I am good in my house. You know what I'm saying? I am chilling. So I haven't had the air conditioner on, but I had it turned down. I didn't turn it off. I just had it turned up. So when I got home today, the window was still open. I had the window here open and the window in my bedroom open. The windows were still open, but the air conditioner had kicked on because I guess it had gotten that hot in my house. So I closed the windows and I've been sitting here since I got home and I do not feel like it's getting any cooler in my house. Like I'm supposed to be freezing by now because that's normally after my air conditioner is on for about 20, 30 minutes, I'm cold. I'm supposed to be cold right now. So I'm a little nervous, y'all. I don't, because what that says to me is that I have a leak, that the Freon is leaking out because it ain't been 2 weeks. Matter of fact, the day I got my hair braided was the day, no, that's a lie. I'm going to tell a lie. I got my hair braided that Saturday. Maybe, yeah, it was the next day. He came back the next day. I got the Freon filled up. So that has been 2 weeks because I got my hair done 2 weeks ago. It's been 2 weeks. So that tells me that I have a leak. If all the Freon is gone again, all right, we're going to pray that I'm just tripping right now. That it just takes a few minutes to cool off. Because, anyway. See, it's cool up there. See, I'm cool with I'm a summer baby. The heat doesn't bother me. It really, like I said, unless, when it gets over, I have my air conditioner thermostat set to 80. It doesn't even kick on until it's 80 degrees in my house. Now 80 is a little hot. Don't get me wrong. I usually turn it down to 78. But I'm good. Like I really truly am good. I'm cool. Now I don't want to be cold. I don't do cold. I do not do cold. But heat, I'm a summer baby. I'm cool with it. You know. So oh my gosh, Regina, that's what I'm trying to do. Regina, see, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to grow my hair out into a bob. That's exactly what I'm trying to do. I want a like old school slanted bob. Yes, baby. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm wearing my hair. I'm braiding my hair for the summer. When I take this out, I'm gonna take this out next week. I think, yeah. I'm gonna take it out next week if I can hold on till the weekend. I'm gonna take it out next week, and I'm getting goddess braids put in for the summer. That should take me through, the rest of the summer. And then when I take that out, I'm gonna see where my length is and all of that. I normally don't do weaves. That's not my thing. No disrespect to nobody who does weaves, but that's just not my thing. But I want a bob so bad that I think I might have to do that because that's what I want. I want a bob. Yep. That's exactly what I want. Old school. I had a bob in high school. I had a bad because my hair's always been long. Like in high school, my hair came down to, y'all can't see where I'm saying, but my hair was like length, and my hair's always been thick. So I never had a problem. And so I had it was cut short in the back and came down on the sides, bob. You couldn't tell me shit. Couldn't tell me shit. But that's exactly what I want. Regina, how you, girl? Get out my head, girl. That's exactly what I want. Yep. That's why see, that's how I am. And to be honest with you, this might be TMI, but even around my house, honey, I just wear a t-shirt. I'm just walking around my house by myself. I'm good. T-shirt, I'm good. Barefoot, I'm good. But in the winter, honey, I can't do cold. I just can't do it. I can't be cold. Yeah, my hair is thick. My hair is thick. Couldn't tell me shit, honey. And then it's funny because in high school, when I was in high school, weaves and stuff was still relatively, they weren't as common as they are now. Like everybody and their cousin didn't have a weave. It was still relatively a high end thing. You know what I mean? And back then it wasn't even really a lot of sewn in. It was that glue. And so many people in high school thought I had a weave. And I was like, no, this is all my hair. This is me. And now my hair doesn't grow like it used to. Because I could cut my hair would grow back like that. So I never tripped over cutting my hair. But I'm sure with age, it's not growing as fast as it used to. And also, I think when I got sick, I was on so much medication. And like I said, I was in the hospital for almost 2 months. I couldn't do nothing to my hair really. The first thing I did, honey, I got out the hospital the very next day. I got out the hospital. The very next day, I was at my I went to the hairdresser. I went and got my hair done and my nails done. That is the first thing I did, and I overdid it. And I came home. My mother was like, "You did too much, didn't you?" And I was like, "Yeah, I did." But honey, I couldn't do it. I just had to do something to my hair, and I had to do something to these nails. I could not do it. I could not do it. But I definitely noticed a difference in how fast my hair grows, and it's still thick, but I just feel like it's a difference. And after I had to take all that medicine and stuff, I'm not really on a lot of medication now. I'm still on some, but not like I was. I was on steroids. I was on this. I was taking like, I was probably taking anywhere from 15 to 20 pills a day. I was taking some pills I was taking 3 times a day. Some pills I was taking twice a day. Some pills I was taking once a day. I was on blood thinners. I was on all kinds of shit. So I'm down to like 3 pills now. But I still think that it was probably some side effects to that with my hair because it don't never take my hair this long to grow back. I cut my hair a year ago and I still feel like it's grown, but it ain't grow like it used to grow. Oh no, I walk barefoot all the time. When I was younger, it's funny. I think about now as an adult the shit I did when I was a kid. Because when I was younger, I used to walk around the neighborhood barefoot. And now I'm thinking, ugh, like what did my feet touch? You know what I mean? But I would walk around the neighborhood barefoot, definitely with some flip flops. You ain't. mm, I still got 20 pair of flip flops and sandals. Um, yeah, I walk around the house barefoot. I'm barefoot now. I walk around the house barefoot and either with some shorts or just a long t-shirt. And I am fine as wine. I don't have no problem, not a care in the world. That's why I don't need the air conditioner turned up that high because I'm comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, now I wouldn't walk around barefoot outside now. Like I don't even walk around like even when I go swimming now, I wear swimsuits. Well, if I'm in a pool, I'll go barefoot. But if I'm going into the beach or something, I wear swim shoes. Like I don't do nothing barefoot now. But I used to walk around outside and my mom is like that. My mother's the same way. She walks around barefoot and she was the same way as a kid, walked all around the neighborhood barefoot and stuff. So I get it honest. I get it honest. Well, that's definitely why I'm doing the braids. That's why I'm doing the braids because I said because I really remember when I got it braided back in April, my intention was to keep it braided from that point forward. But the person that I went to, I was like, I don't want to go back to that person. And I had to find somebody else to go to. The lady that did this, I like her, and that's who I'm gonna let do my goddess braids. And I hope she does a good job and I hope I like her because I really am not trying to keep finding somebody different. The last people I went to, because people were like, why'd you take your braids out so quick? Because the hair that they used was so old. It was irritating. It was irritating my scalp to the point where I was scratching till my scalp was raw. Like that's how, and it didn't care how much oil I put. It didn't care. I'm patting and scratching and patting and scratching. I put so much oil on those braids that I messed up my pillowcases and stuff. Mind you, I sleep with a bonnet. I had a towel over my pillowcase and it still seeped through and got to my pillowcases. That's how much oil I was putting in my hair. And when I went to my regular hairstylist, she was like, they used old hair. She was like, the hair they used, she said it was old. And so I didn't even get, I did do my color, but I didn't even get a touch up. So I haven't even had a touch up because she was like, I don't want to keep irritating your scalp and dry your hair out. So when I go back this time, I don't know how much new growth I'm gonna have, child. But I'm not. I'm just gonna wash it real good and then let her. Like I said, next week, because I'm gonna get the goddess braids in the Wednesday before my birthday weekend. So I give because by my birthday weekend, I don't want my head to hurt. I don't want to be feeling no kind of way. I want that, when you first get your hair braided, I want to be past that. I want to be flinging my braids, boo. I want to be flinging my goddess braids. So I want to get the braids done either that Tuesday or Wednesday because my birthday is July 2nd, which is a Tuesday, Monday or Tuesday. But from that Friday before my birthday all the way through to July the 8th, I'm partying. I have different things that I'm doing. And then I'm going on vacation July the 13th. I'll be gone for a week. So I ain't got time. I ain't got the time for it. Yes. Yes, with the lead bob. That's exactly well, you'll see it. Obviously, you'll see in my reviews, honey, when I get it done. Um Yeah, I think about bugs and now I think about spit. People spitting on the concrete now. Ugh. But I think about bugs and I think about spit now when I think about how I used to walk around. Ugh. Yeah, my mother told me a story when she was younger. My great aunt, her aunt, she had polio. And she had polio before there was the vaccination and stuff. So she could walk, but she walked very slow, right? She had to walk with crutches and she walked very slow. And when my mom was a kid, she always walked around barefoot. And they were on their way to the store. And my aunt told her to go put some shoes on. And my mother was like, I don't want to put any shoes on. I want to walk like this. And she was like, okay. But they were not allowed to walk in front of her. They were not allowed to walk behind her. They had to walk right next to her. My mother said she was walking across that blacktop. Wherever they went, they had to walk across some blacktop. She said, told her feet up because she couldn't walk any faster than my aunt was walking. Honey, she said that's the last time. She said from that point on, I knew to wear some shoes when we were going to the store. That blacktop tore her foot up. Yeah, somebody else told me that too. The apple cider vinegar. Somebody else told me that about the hair. Might have been you. Somebody else told me about that with the apple cider vinegar, honey. And I think I want to say, did I pour some apple cider vinegar on the braids? I think I might have tried it. I don't know, but I remember the apple cider vinegar. But like I said, I just know that had tore my scalp up. And then I didn't like it wasn't a great experience overall. And then the hair was, you know what I'm saying? Because they charged me some like $50 more at that other place with that old ass hair for the same hairstyle that I got from the other lady that I went to this time. And she was faster. The lady I went to this time was faster than they were. And my hair didn't hurt as bad. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna stick with her because I liked her. You know what I'm saying? She was quick. I ain't had no problem with the hair. Normal, like it's starting to dry up a little bit now. I put a little grease. I've been putting grease on it or whatever, but nothing nowhere close. Y'all ain't seen me doing all this patting and scratching and all of that. Um, Nothing nowhere close to it. So yeah, I can't wait. That's my summer look, y'all. That's my summer look. And I swim a lot in the summer. So that's another thing. That's another reason why I usually keep my hair braided because I swim a lot in the summer. Yeah, I drink a spoonful of apple cider vinegar. I'm not gonna lie and say every day that I remember. But it's good. It's apple cider vinegar is supposed to be good for all of that. Yep. Not set it off though. You calling me Cleo? Ooh. Ooh, that's not good, Regina. Ooh. Oh, you have to soak the hair first and then shampoo the braid. Oh, I see what you're saying. So the people who are doing my hair need to do all of that. That's on their end. Okay. Ooh, Regina, that sounds bad. I stepped on a nail one time, honey. That thing went right through my. Ooh, honey, that thing hurt. Regina, that don't sound good at all. Hold on, y'all. I need to check my thermostat because I really feel like my house ain't getting no cool. Yeah, I think I have a leak. I'm about to hold on. I'm about to text my cousin right now. Damn. The good news is my cousin will come and check it out for me. The bad news is, damn. You know what I mean? Y'all, all I see is dollar signs. It was working. But you know what? When they came by to put the Freon in my air conditioning, there was something that wasn't connecting. And I'm wondering if that's what's going on again. Because they put the Freon in, but when he was turning the air conditioner on outside, something wasn't connecting inside. I don't remember what. So hopefully it's just something like a reset button or anyway, y'all, let's talk about something else. Cause the temperature done went up. When I got home, my thermostat said 78. It says 79 now. And I done closed the windows. So that tells me the air conditioner ain't working. I ain't crazy. Regina, that's how what else did you do? Congrats to you. Absolutely congrats to you. Congrats to you. What else did you do? You did the apple cider, because that's the other thing I'm trying to do this summer too, is really get back to I had dropped like 30 pounds, but then, honey, I fell off the wagon. I'm gonna start going back to the gym, and I mean, I know what I need to do. I just need to do it. I need to go back to the gym, and I need to start eating healthier again. My problem is I'm a lazy. I don't enjoy cooking. When I cook pretty healthy. I just don't enjoy cooking, and so a lot of times I take the easy ride. And when I take the easy ride, I don't always make the best decisions. You know what I'm saying? Like, instead of getting a salad, you know what I'm saying, I get a burger and fries, that kind of thing. So I know the combination of things I need to do. You know what I'm saying? Hold on a minute, y'all. Yeah, it's something wrong because now it's not coming on at all. Turn the fan up. Because I just turned the air conditioner off and tried to cut it back on. And now it won't even come back on. So I don't know what the fuck is going on, y'all. Made me have to cuss. Yeah, I need to start doing the vinegar on regular. I'm trying to get healthy, start eating clean. So far, I lost 5 pounds. That's good. Very good. Yeah, snacking. Mine is my sweet tooth. My sweet tooth. That's part of, you know what? That is part of the problem, because I gained a lot of weight when I was doing that. When I was in grad school and I was working 2 jobs, because you just back and forth. And when you do eat, you're usually eating on the go or eating fast food or something like that. Yeah, I gained a lot of weight when I did that too. Maybe a fuse blew. I don't know how to fix that though. I'm a woman when it comes to that kind of shit. I don't know how to fix it. Hold on, y'all. Now, this is the kind of person I am. Stuff irritates me until I figure something out. Now I'm trying to figure out why the air like I cut it off to cut it back on just to see if maybe you need it, and now it won't come back on. But that's what it was doing when the guy was here putting the Freon in. That's what it was doing. He was like cut it on and it wouldn't cut on. And then it eventually kicked on. And then when it kicked on, it was fine. Like the air was cold and all of that. So I don't know what is going on. And maybe it is a fuse. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe a fuse blew. Hold on, y'all. I'm coming back. Give me a second. I'm sorry. I'll be back in a second. I'll be back in a second. We're gonna talk about to have and to hold. Y'all been watching to have and to hold? All right, hold on, y'all. Nope, that didn't seem to do anything. Oh well. All right. I got it to cut back on, but it still doesn't seem like the air doesn't feel like it's any colder. I got it to cut back on though. But I'm with you, Regina. Maybe I blew a fuse or something. My cousin will. He'll figure it out, and I can. Hopefully, he can come over here. He can get over here tomorrow. Only thing I hate about stuff like that is you don't know you need it till you need it. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't know my air conditioner had stopped working because I didn't have it on. Now that I turned it on, it's not working. But anyway, moving on. We're gonna focus because there ain't shit I can do about it tonight. So we're gonna focus on one. It'll cool off in a few minutes. I'll open the windows back up in a few minutes. Um, yeah, for me, it's eating out too much, which I also need to stop eating out so much because of to stop spending so much damn money. But for me, it's eating out. And when I do eat out, making bad decisions. Because if I ate out all the time, but I was ordering salads and shit, it wouldn't be too bad. But I'm not. The good thing is in the summer, I don't like to eat heavy food. So I'll eat a lot of salads and fruit in the summer. Matter of fact, I'll even eat cereal. Because it's funny because right now I have leftovers in my refrigerator. I have some leftover chicken I got yesterday. I got some Peruvian chicken yesterday with vegetables and rice. I have that in there. And then Friday, we went to dinner for Father's Day, and I had steak and collard greens. So I still have some left over that. Ask me what I want for dinner. When I get off of this live, I'm about to pour me a bowl of cereal. That's what I gotta take. I don't want nothing heavy. You know what I'm saying? So maybe for lunch tomorrow, I'll probably eat the rest of those leftovers tomorrow. But I'm not want it. I don't want it. All right, y'all talking. Okay. What's up, yes, bitch? What's up, boo? That's why I know it's a constant moving around that's bringing the weight off. But the first 50 pounds off, I am so happy for you though. That is great. I am trying. My goal was to try to lose 50 pounds by my birthday. That did not happen. But I definitely I know that I'm going to start going back to the gym. Yeah, I can eat cereal, but I binge. What I mean by that is I can eat cereal every day for like 2 weeks, and then I don't want it again for 2 months. But then I'll eat it again. You know what I mean? So I end up with like 5 boxes of cereal, and then it just sits here. Matter of fact, I went to the grocery store yesterday, and they had Frosted Flakes on sale, and I did not buy any because I changed my mind about feeling like this how crazy I am. I got a cart, went in the grocery store, and then I saw it was too many people in there, and I was like, I don't feel like it right now. And I left. I put my cart back and got back in my car and left. But they had it on sale, so I'll probably still go back and get me some Frosted Flakes because Frosted Flakes don't go on sale that often. Yeah, Virginia, you are doing really, really, really good. Well, the good thing is I've stopped drinking regular milk. I drink vanilla almond milk, and it's just sweet enough that I don't need because that's my other problem is my sweet tooth. So it's just sweet enough that I don't add a lot of sugar and stuff like that. That's that vanilla almond milk. Because for a while I wouldn't let go of the milk, right? I was like, I love my milk, I love my milk. But I only ate milk. I mean, I only drank milk with cereal or when I had something like pancakes or waffles or something like that. I didn't drink it all the time. But now I've gotten away from it. So that's a good thing, y'all. That's one thing, y'all. Stop drinking milk. Milk. A friend of mine is a nurse, and something she what's she's also a lactate specialist. And when I was in the hospital, we had a conversation. She would come visit me in the hospital, and we talked about milk. And she said, milk, she said, we produce milk to give our babies the nutrients that they need. She was like, humans don't need milk after a certain age because we no longer need the nutrients that the breast milk is providing to us. Milk from a cow is the equivalent of breast milk for a baby. So we are drinking milk that are something that is supposed to be giving nutrients to a cow. So we're putting things in our body that our body does not need. And really, we shouldn't be putting in our body because it's not meant for us. And then you add the things that they're putting in the cows in their food to try to make them bigger and more, beefier and all of that. When you add all that into it, we're really doing our bodies a disservice by drinking regular milk. And so when she broke it down to me like that, I was like, huh. So basically, you drinking breast milk. Like most of us wouldn't want to drink breast milk from a woman at this point in our age. And our, I mean, like, ugh, breast milk. But you're drinking breast milk from a cow. That's basically what you're doing. And I was like, when you put it like that, that makes a lot of sense. So ever since then, I've really been drinking like almond milk. I haven't been drinking like cow milk. See, that's what I'm talking about. Yes, bitch. See, hey, Lady V. You know what, Ebony? I'm gonna be honest with you. I might do that tonight. I might go because I have when I was sick and I couldn't do a lot of walking around. Like I would go to the grocery store and I'd be one of the people in the little motorized cart. I started using I would have them deliver my groceries to me, and I stopped using it when I could go back to the grocery store. But I'll be honest with you, I might do that this week because I just don't feel like it. Yeah. And that's the other thing too, Duran. I've been trying to do better about taking my lunch to work. And like you said, see, the thing about it, when I cook healthy. When I do choose to cook, I cook very healthy. I just don't like to cook that often. Like I don't fry foods anymore. I bake everything. I do a lot of vegetables. I'm trying to do better with my fruit. I'm not big with fruit. Um, I love bananas. I'll eat bananas all the time. I like apples. I like grapes, but I have to be in the mood. Like a lot of times I'll buy, like I have watermelon in there right now that's going bad because I bought it. I ate a couple of pieces and I never went back to it. Like I have to, that's the kind of stuff I have to do better with is making myself make the better decisions to snack on, you know? Eat light in the morning, heavy for lunch, light for dinner, healthy smoothies, and healthy snack. Yeah, smoothies are good. That's another reason why I've been doing the almond milk because I put that in my smoothies. Um, yeah. Garth, you said Garcini. Hold on, let me write that down because I can't pronounce it. So let me write it down. Is that a book? You know something else y'all need to check out too? It's a book called Eat Right for Your Blood Type. And that is also very good because there are certain foods that are not good for us based on our blood type. And that's another thing that y'all should look into. All right, I'm gonna look into that. Is that a book? Is that like I'm sure if I Google it, it'll come right up. But I'm gonna check that out. I'll check that out, Regina. And the other thing is I just rejoined Weight Watchers, which works for me. Weight Watchers, it doesn't work for everybody, but Weight Watchers does work for me when I work it. You definitely have to work the program, but I've always lost weight when I've done it 2 or 3 times. The problem is, it's just like anything else, you fall off the wagon. Like if it were easy, we wouldn't be overweight to begin with. You know what I mean? So I've never been a skinny person. Even as a child, I was always thick. I ain't never been as big as I am now, but I was always thicker. You know what I mean? And So making bad eating decisions has always been my problem. But when I did the first time I did Weight Watchers, me, my mom, and my aunt did it at the same time. My mom lost like 100 pounds. She lost like 100 pounds, and she's kept most of it off. I mean, she's picked up a few here and there, but she's kept most of it off. Um, right, Vovo. That's why so many people are lactose intolerant. That's why you have the gas. That's why milk does so many things to our body, because we're not really supposed to be drinking it. And especially after a certain age, she was like, my friend who's a nurse, her son, she stopped having her son drink milk after he was like a certain age. She was like, he didn't need it anymore. There's nothing. I mean, there are things that are in milk, but you can get them in other ways. You don't need to drink milk to get vitamin D. You don't need to drink milk to get whatever else, you know. Yeah, I don't do milk. I don't really do milk anymore either. Hold on, y'all. My bad. Mimi, I missed. Yes, yes, yes. What's up, little baby? Yeah, my sweet tooth. Oh, my sweet tooth is my biggest. Oh, Lord. Honey, look, I got a cupcake right here now. I bought me a cupcake yesterday. Everyone was saying, Regina, girl, you are looking good. That's right. Oh, yes, honey. People notice. People notice. Smoothies are good. Yeah. You cook. Yes, Mister, you cook. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't work for everybody. Weight Watchers works for me because, again, when I cook healthy. When I see the biggest thing, and this is what the one thing I learned the first time I went to Weight Watchers, the biggest thing I learned was, because I have a food problem, I have to plan to eat. When I plan to eat, I make great decisions. The problem is when I don't have a plan. So when I don't take my lunch to work and I'm hungry, I go to the first place that I can get to, which is usually not the best option. Versus if I cooked the night before, I know I made a good decision. I know I cooked with olive oil instead of grease. I know I baked instead of fried. I know I had vegetables, and you know what I mean? I know I did the right things, and that's what I have. And that's where you count your points and stuff go in. I know I have my fruit. I know I have water instead of soda. Like all those the best options. When I don't plan, like when I was really doing Weight Watchers, like for real doing Weight Watchers, it got to the point where if I was going out to dinner with my friends, I would pull the menu up before we left and knew what I was going to order when I got there. And it's little tricks like when I was really doing Weight Watchers, when I would go out to eat with friends, I would ask for my to-go plate when I ordered my food. Like, I bring me a to-go tray, because the minute you are full, stop eating. We have been trained from a child, you better eat everything on your plate, right? And that what your mother always told you, better eat everything on your plate. That is how we've been trained since we were a child. But that's not right. When you are full, stop. But if you already have your to-go plate at the table, you'll automatically just you put the food up and you'll be done eating. You'll be done. It's little things like that that I learned that work for me with Weight Watchers. The other thing is, y'all, I am lazy when it comes to certain things. If I don't buy it at the, like, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, "Ooh, I want something sweet," and I'm not gonna get in my car, drive to the 7-Eleven, and go get me something sweet. I'm gonna just sit here and be like, "Damn, I wish I had something sweet." I do have some pineapple in there. Let me get that pineapple. I'll eat the pineapple. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about, yeah, meal prep helps a lot. For me, it does. Again, for me, it does. Eating healthy is expensive, but let me tell you something, Regina. It is expensive on my grocery list, but it balances for me. It balances out because I'm not eating out. So, like, I might spend, like, when I started eating healthy, my grocery bill might have went from $50, $60 to $150, right? But I'm not eating out anymore. So I'm not going to McDonald's or Chick-fil-A or Chipotle or even a sit down restaurant and spending $20, $30. So when you take all of that, for me, when I take all of that out of the equation, or even stopping by the 7-Eleven and getting a bag of chips and a soda, I'm not doing all that stuff anymore. So it really, for me, it balanced out. It just seemed like it on the front end. I was like, oh, my grocery bill went up. Like, oh my gosh. But it did end up balancing out for me. Again, when I was doing it. Food is expensive. Ooh, food is expensive. Again, especially when you're eating healthy. Yeah, you should eat. You're supposed to eat every 2 to 3 hours, but it doesn't have to be like steak and baked potato every 2 to 3 hours. Like you said, small meals. Yeah, when you take all the bad stuff out, Lady V, it does balance. I mean, like I said, for me it did. It balanced out. And again, I'm just by myself. I don't have children to shop for or a spouse to shop for. So for me, my grocery bill on the front end went up, but then when I started looking at what I wasn't doing with what I wasn't spending anymore, it really did balance out for me. Yes. Oh, and don't get me wrong, y'all. I don't think I'm ever gonna be no size 6. You know what I'm saying? But I want to be healthier and I just want to feel better. You know what I mean? I damn sure don't want to get no bigger than I am. But if I could lose, like I'd be happy from where I am now, I would be happy losing 60, 70 pounds. I'd be good with that. And 60, 70 pounds still ain't gonna put me in no size 6. You know what I mean? I like yogurt too. Um, the weight loss journey, I mean the cleanses, yes. And actually at some point this summer I'm going to do a cleanse, especially since, and see, that's the other problem with the type of job that I have. I'm a little limited on certain things like drinking water. I can't, I don't have an office job where I sit at a desk. I can't drink water all day long because it's going to make me go to the bathroom all day long, and I don't have that luxury. I can't leave my classroom whenever I feel like it. I just can't. There are times when, because realistically, every time I leave my classroom unattended, if something happens, that's on me. So, do I do it sometime? Yeah, because I have to. I mean, you got to go, you got to go. But I limit how much I drink while I'm at work. So, drinking like 8 glass, all that water that I can't. Now, during the summer, I can do it. When I get home from work, I try to drink as much water as I can. But during the day, I'm limited in that. It's certain things I'm just limited in doing. I'm skinny, but I might be. But you know what? It's all about your own personal journey. Okay, Regina, you better let them know. You better let them know. But yes, bitch, you cook too. You actually you cook. Yeah, I don't want to be skinny. I just want to be healthier and lighter than I am. I ain't never aspired to be, a size 6. That's just never been my aspiration. Healthy, yes. Y'all, oh, this is irritating my soul. Anyway, um, so pissed off right now. Oh, I'm so pissed off right now. But yeah, so that's definitely my personal journey. You know what I'm saying? And I feel you where you coming from, Regina. My thing is this: just like I have preferences on who I date and what I date and how what attracts me, what turns me on, what I find sexy. I'm okay if big girl ain't your thing. You know what I mean? That's never made me feel insecure or bad. Well, I'm not gonna say never. I'm not gonna say never. When I was younger, it did. But as where I am in my life now, if I ain't your cup of tea, I'm cool with that. It's cool. We're gonna move on. That ain't gonna stop me from shooting my shot. Cause either I'm your cup of tea or I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is. So I'm shooting my shot. And if I ain't your cup of tea, hope you find what you're looking for, boo. Because I'm still looking for my Hollywood. You must not be him. And I'm gonna keep it to the left. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm when I was younger, I'm not gonna lie, when I was younger, I did, but I'm past that point of the insecurity and I'm past that now. Which is a great thing. It's a great thing when you just learn to love yourself unconditionally, honey. Ain't nothing like it. Ain't nothing like it. Yeah, because just because you're thin or skinny does not mean you're healthy. Like that's a misnomer. And every heavy person ain't unhealthy. You know what I mean? That's a misnomer that's out there. Oh wow, yeah, you definitely have had a weight journey, yes, bitch. But but again, it's a journey. And the one thing that's the other thing I learned through Weight Watchers as well. When someone's addicted to drugs and they want to get clean, they stop taking drugs. When someone's addicted to alcohol and they want to stop drinking, they depression is definitely a motherfucker. Mental health is definitely a big part of this as well, y'all. But the thing about people who have a food addiction, which is what I have, I can't speak for y'all, which is what I have an unhealthy relationship with food. I can't stop eating. You know what I mean? You can't just go cold turkey and be like, well, I ain't gonna eat no more. Because the reality is you still gotta eat. So what you have to do, the difference between us and a drug addict or an alcoholic is we have to, again, I say we, I'm speaking for myself, have to figure out how to eat healthy because we can't just stop eating. You see what I'm saying? So that's where the struggle comes in for people who have a weight issue. And that's why you see people who constantly struggle with it. Like, Yes Fish just said he lost 150 pounds and gained it back. Like, that is why it's like it is an all day constant struggle. That's why you see people who have surgery and end up gaining it back because it is a constant struggle. It is an ongoing constant struggle. And until you figure it out, it's going to be. My biggest thing is, and we way off topic. We ain't talked about no shows. Well, we did. We talked about some shows. But my biggest thing is, like I said, I have a sweet tooth. And when I get an inkling in my mouth and that I want something sweet, I go get something sweet. And it ain't always a good decision. I could go get fruit. Fruit is just as sweet. But no, I get cake. You know what I mean? Like I got a cupcake. Yesterday, I could have just easily bought a banana. But what I buy? A cupcake. Actually, I bought two. I ate one last night. I got one for tonight. You know what I mean? But I also have peaches and pineapple in there. And I didn't need to buy nothing last night. You know what I'm saying? I could have came home and ate them damn pineapple that I have in there. And pineapple is sweet. Oh yeah, that's the worst with doctors dealing with when people are heavy and dealing with doctors and running tests and stuff like that. Honey, it's always a mess. Right. See, and I see what you're saying, yes, bitch, but that's why I'm telling you, when you feel full, stop. And I know that's easier said than done. I know that's easier said than done. It is. Just because it's healthy doesn't mean you got to eat it all either. Just because it's a salad doesn't mean you need to eat the whole damn salad. You know what I mean? And all salads are not as healthy as people want. By the time, if you add croutons and bacon and you adding a ton of salad dressing, it ain't as healthy as you think it is. Now it's still better than, eat a bag of chips or whatever. But again, don't just, but that's why you got to do your research. It's not that simple to, and I learned that, and I'm not doing a commercial for Weight Watchers, but again, I learned that with Weight Watchers. Like everything ain't as healthy as you think it is. Like, oh, I'm just gonna eat me a salad. But I used to eat salads. I would go to the salad bar. The Giant Safeway they don't have them anymore. They got at least the ones around here don't have salad bars like that anymore. And by the time I went through the salad bar and added all the shit that I wanted onto it, I'm sure it wasn't as healthy as I thought it was. But in my mind, I'm eating a salad instead of fried chicken. So in my mind, it was healthy. And like you said, yes, bitch, if I ate this much salad, it still didn't necessarily make it healthy. But we also have to, and that's why they say, stop and chew your food, because then you'll feel yourself, like you'll know when you're full if you stop. And again, I'm guilty of that too. I get that shit in front of me and I'll be like, and then afterwards I'm miserable because I've overeaten and I'm so full. Yeah, by the time you add the salad dressing and some croutons and some bacon bits and whatever else people add to this, I don't do a lot with my salad. Me, it's the salad dressing, because I would devour the salad dressing. And even with that, what I started doing was dipping my instead of pouring the salad dressing over my salad, I dip. I keep the salad dressing on the side and I dip my salad into the dressing. You don't use as much when you do it that way. You make your own dressing? What kind of dressing do you make? Like a vinaigrette or something? What do you make? Because again, like I said, you cook. You know what I'm saying? I just don't enjoy cooking. I don't enjoy cooking. Not my thing. My sister is actually a chef. Like that is what she went to. She has a culinary arts degree. That is what she does for a living. My sister loves it. Like that's her thing. Um, that ain't my thing. That ain't my thing. I've never done blue cheese. I'm not a big blue cheese person. Yeah, that's the biggest thing when you do meal prep and you plan your meals out. And I mean, you can't plan everything. I mean, life happens. You can't plan every single thing. Um, but when you but when you make it's better decisions. Like I was doing Weight Watchers. The first time I did Weight Watchers was during the holidays, and little things like when Thanksgiving came around, because when you go to the meetings, that's part of what you do with the meetings. You talk about, you know, good habits and stuff. And like one of the things that the lady told us was, she was like, only make one trip. Like, get you a plate and whatever. And again, don't pile your plate up like this, but whatever you can't fit, just go one time. Don't go back for seconds. And I didn't. Now I fixed me a plate to go home and I ate it the next day. But she was like, for Thanksgiving dinner, you don't need to go back 3 or 4 times. Fix you one plate. You're full. Just because it's Thanksgiving and it's all of this food, it doesn't mean you are obligated to eat it all at one time. Fix you a plate, eat that, and only go to the dessert table one time. She didn't say you ain't had to give her one dessert. She said just go one time. And again, that's what I did. And then I fixed my to-go plate and I fixed my desserts to go home. And you'd be surprised how much of that shit you don't eat. Be surprised. Be surprised how much you end up throwing away at the end of the week. Like, oh man, I didn't even finish eating all these leftovers. But had I gone back for seconds and thirds, I'd have ate it all and tore my damn stomach up. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Hold on, y'all. If you put homemade dressing too, yeah, Lady V makes hers. Hey, Cheryl, I didn't see you come in. A food scale is key. A food scale is good. Food scale is good. Look, let me tell you something about my sister. I'll get back to that. You talking about you would get her to cook up for me. We'll get back to that in a minute. And I learned this from watching fitness videos. The reason for a lot of retaining weight easily is because of hormones. Yeah, hormones. Okay. Hormones has a light mayo with olive oil. Put butter, pickle juice with pepper, salt, garlic, lemon, and thyme. Oh, that sounds good. I'm gonna have to go back and write that down. That sounds good. And let me tell you something. It does feel good when you start losing weight. And I know everybody in here who's done it. It feels so good. Does it not, y'all? Even something little, like I can see my chin getting bigger when I'm doing these videos. I'm like, oh my gosh, look at my chin. That's how I know I'm picking up weight. I can see it in my face. You know what I'm saying? So when I start losing that weight and this chin start going back down again, honey, hunty. But it should be healthy sugar, right? Like fruit sugar, right, little baby? It shouldn't be like, there's health, for lack of a better word, healthy sugar, which is that natural sugar, not the manufactured kind, right? That's what you're talking about. Yeah, you definitely have to enjoy what you're eating, because if you don't enjoy what you're eating, it's not going to work. Fasting, okay. Hey, Richard, I'm sorry I missed you. And that's the thing. I can eat veggies as a meal. I like to cook cabbage. I like kale. I like collards. I like most greens, turnip greens. I like squash. I could do that as a meal. I don't need meat. And when I do, it's usually salmon or chicken. 90% of the time it's salmon or chicken. I very seldom cook beef, and I very seldom cook pork. Now, if I go out to a restaurant, like when I went out to dinner Friday night, I ordered a steak. But I'll order out more than I will actually buy. I very seldom buy steak to eat. And when I do, every once in a while, I'll buy like flank steak or something like that. I do ground turkey when I make spaghetti, or I do a stir fry and I'll do ground turkey. Pickle juice in my potato salad. That's interesting. Yeah, I don't do a lot of meat. I don't like green beans. Yeah. Yeah, again, some fruit has high sugar. Like all the fruit I like has a lot of sugar in it. But they said that's still healthier than the manufactured sugar. But yeah, you still got to be mindful of that. Again, everything just because it's fruit doesn't mean that you can eat it every single day. Oh, edamame. Yeah, I like edamame. I don't eat it a lot, but like I'll order it at a restaurant. I won't cook it. Yeah, you got to be very careful about the fruit sugar. Yeah. Hey, China White. I ain't see you come in the room. Hey, girl. Oh Lord, dang! Can't eat nothing. I love chicken. I eat chicken every damn day. Dang, can't eat nothing. Can't eat nothing. But you just again, everything in moderation. You know what I mean? It has to be in moderation. So you got to be careful. You just got to be very cognizant of it. Yeah, got to be very careful of it. Yeah, I do know that about seafood. But let me tell you what I love. I'm gonna eat my crabs. Now I'm gonna eat my crabs. But yeah, I do know that. I know seafood has it could be cholesterol, could be an issue. But I'm gonna eat my crabs now. I love my crabs. Yeah, I like not ground turkey is my main chick. Honey, I love Brussels. But I was like that as a kid. I didn't like Brussels sprouts and I didn't like cabbage, but I love it now. Brussels sprouts and cabbage, I love them both. And you're right, maybe. And the thing is, I will eat some like I will try green beans. It's just I'm not crazy about them. I'm not crazy about them, but yeah, they definitely have to be seasoned and cooked. Like I can't eat everybody's green beans. Like I cannot. I cannot. Green beans not my thing. It is not my thing. Yeah, it is not my thing. But we done turned this into a whole little healthy roundup. We went from talking about claws and queen sugar to a healthy roundup. Blueberries. Oh gosh. Maybe that's what happened to me. Cause that's what happened when I got sick. That's what happened. My nervous system attacked itself. And I eat a lot of seafood. Maybe that's what happened. Like real talk. Maybe that is what happened. Because I eat a lot of seafood. I eat crab a lot. That what happened, but when my body actually attacked itself, it wasn't a time that I was eating a lot of seafood. I eat a lot of seafood in the summer because I eat crabs in the summer. I like crabs, I like shrimp, I like salmon, I like I like seafood shit. Um, but again, that was during a time, but in the summers where I eat a lot of seafood. Yeah, blueberries are good, but again, you just got to be careful about how much you're eating. Yeah, edamame. The first time I really had that was a Chinese restaurant we used to go to had it as an appetizer. We would go there for happy hour, and some of my coworkers would get it sometime, and that was when I was introduced to it. That was a few years back. For happy, we would go there for happy hour. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Cilantro. I didn't know that. But that's the thing. I don't eat seafood more than well, during the summer. I might, but in the winter, I don't. I don't eat seafood that much in the winter. Now in the summer, I ain't gonna lie. I might eat it more than 2 or 3 times a week. Hell, I stopped myself from going to get some crabs today. The only reason why I didn't get crabs today is because it's Father's Day and I knew that the prices were going to be jacked up. But if this were a regular Sunday, I'd be eating some crabs right now. Yep, yep, yep. All right, y'all. I'm ready to get off here. Hold on a second. I'm ready to get off of here. know what my cousin told me, and I forgot about it until just now. My cousin told me to go get a different thermostat. It might be my thermostat because my cousin told me because I was having problems with the thermostat, and he told me, and I was just at the Home Depot yesterday. God damn it. Because I got one of those fancy thermostats. He was like, go on get one of the little basic ones. He said that might be the problem. So I'm going to go get me a thermostat tomorrow. That might be part of the problem. One thing that's upsetting me with these health kits are green veggies, kale, collards. They're full of vitamin K. Oh, I never heard that. Lemon. Oh, okay. All right. Oh, Lord. You know what? I'm just going to stop eating. I'm just going to stop eating. God dang. But let me say this and then I'm going to get off of here about my sister. My sister is a chef, right? My sister lived with me for like 5 years and I kept trying to but you know, when you do something all day long at work, regardless of what it is, she wouldn't come home and cook. She would eat at work or she would bring something home from work. She didn't cook a lot. Now, when she did cook, I could get her to cook for me, but it usually was until her day off. But like coming home from work and cooking, because I mean, she did it all day long at work. She didn't do that. She was not trying to come home and cook. No, you're right. You're right, Duran. I was just being frustrated for a moment. But you're absolutely correct. We just have to continue to educate ourselves. And it sounds like everybody in here is contributing to the conversation, has done some research and done some education. And we just have to continue to share it with each other and exchange information because again, the more you know, I mean, I hate to sound cliche, but knowing is half the battle. Like the more you know, the better decisions you make. So yeah, and that's the thing. Like, again, on her days off, she would cook and stuff like that. But and my sister is not like she's not the healthiest cook. You know what I mean? She likes to cook, but she ain't getting into all of that healthy cooking and stuff like that. My sister's thick, but she's not as big as me. And she don't be thinking about all that stuff, honey. She be fixing herself a meal and keep it moving. Fix herself a meal and keep it moving. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get off of here. Because it's almost 8 o'clock, and I gotta get ready for the Real Housewives of Potomac. But y'all, this has been a really great conversation. I really appreciate all your input. I'm gonna write down that recipe, yes, bitch, that you put up, for that salad dressing. I'm gonna try to make that salad dressing because that sounds really good. And like I said, summertime I eat more salads and stuff like that. And I try to do like vinaigrettes and lighter dressings and stuff like that. Something itching. Something scratching me. Um, so yeah. Yeah, Duran, I like that. I've done that salad dressing before. hmm Everybody have a great, great video. I mean, I said a great video. Lord, have a great week. Thank you for coming through and talking to me and hanging out with me for a little while. I'm getting ready to I'm going to call my cousin and tell him what my problem is and see if he has any suggestions on what I need to do, y'all. This is a mess. This is a mess. But I'll keep y'all posted on my situation. But y'all have a great evening and have a great work week. And I will talk to y'all later. Cindy's Kitchen has a great salad. Is that at where is that? Where you buy that at? Like Trader Joe's or something like that? Little baby, where you find Cindy's Kitchen? Is that at like Trader Joe's or Whole Foods or something like that? Maybe she already left the room. Oh, okay. I'll check it out. All right, y'all. I'm out.